Saturday the 13th of March, Clown World News. Let's have a look at some headlines. So today we're going to have a look at some of the headlines regarding Baroness Jones's comments about the 6 p.m. curfew she'd like to see put in place for men only. This is all following on from the tragic murder of Sarah Everard, abduction and murder, which obviously is a disgraceful thing that happened, but Baroness Jones thinks that the only way to keep women safe is to put all men under a 6 p.m. curfew. Now, I'm sure you can imagine what I think of that. I hope that all men and women think the same sort of thing on that. That is ludicrous. This woman is deranged. But let's have a little look. So here's this first headline we're going to look at. Sarah Everard, Baroness who suggested 6 p.m. curfew for women, says she wanted to make a point. Quote, "Nobody makes a fuss when, for example, the police suggest women stay home, but when I suggested, men are up in arms." Yeah, I think you'll find, Petal, that actually if you suggest women should stay at home, then lots of people will be up in arms about that as well. And rightly so, because nobody should be staying at home. I do think you probably need to be sensible if you're out and about. Keep an eye on your surroundings maybe. Who knows? But there is always going to be crime, and the solution to that is not to impose a curfew on men, a 6 p.m. curfew on men. That's craziness. So would that also include, for example, I don't know, takeaway delivery drivers? Are they okay to go to work, or do they have to stay home as well? Who's going to deliver your curry, Mrs. Baroness Jones? And to make matters worse with this, we've got Mark Drakeford, who's a beta male there in charge of the Welsh Assembly. He's sort of the top politician there in Wales. He's joining in with this shit, saying he would consider the 6 p.m. curfew for men. He's quite happy to go along with Baroness Jones's ideas on the matter. Said he would consider it, but what do you expect when you look at the clip of this guy? He's just a typical lefty Labour worm, far left maniac, happy for restrictions wherever he can get them. These people are crazy. So another headline here, it's the same thing really. Green Party peer calls for 6 p.m. curfew for men after the disappearance of Sarah Everard. How can these people justify this crap? I don't know. It's just another thing. It's another agenda-driven lefty drivel that real people, normal people, would scoff at and think is insane. But it is actually gaining traction on Twitter with some of these blue tick worms. The Guardian reading, champagne drinking socialists like Owen Jones. Well, I don't know if he's actually supported, but that kind of person. I'm sure he'd be all for it. He's a worm just as well as these people. Let's have a little look at the actual quote here. Baroness Jones, who was a member of the London Assembly for years, told peers during a debate on Wednesday, that's Wednesday just gone, quote, "In the week that Sarah Everard was abducted and we suppose killed," I think we're pretty sure she's been killed now, there's some remains being found sadly. So anyway, but this goes on, quote, "Because remains have been found in a woodland in Kent, I argue that, at the next opportunity for any bill that is appropriate, I might put in an amendment to create a curfew for men on the streets after 6 p.m. I feel this would make women a lot safer and discrimination of all kinds would be lessened," thereby implying men are discriminating against people on the streets after 6 p.m, I guess. Yeah. Would this apply to all men? I mean, what age are we calling people men? 18 and over? What if you finish work at 6? Are you not allowed to go home? You've got to stay there. Will the milkmen still be allowed to deliver the milk? I hope so, because I do like having fresh milk a couple of times a week. How would this be enforceable? This would not be enforceable. This will never happen. She's only said this for debate, of course, and to stir things up, which sadly as well is why I feel that this case, the case of Sarah Everard's abduction and alleged murder by the servant police officer, has been at the forefront of the media. It's just to stir things up and to kind of get people at each other's throats again. You know, now that the COVID thing is kind of relaxing a little bit, we're heading out of the lockdowns, hopefully. Schools are back in the UK. My son's been back at school for a few days. It's all good. Well, it's not all good. It's all right. It's getting better. But yeah, so this little headline here, it's just men curfew. Mark Drakeford would consider curbs in Wales as temporary intervention. Yeah, I think the Welsh got their own problems. They need to protect their sheep from those fucking sheep shagging Welsh people. Probably like him. He looks like he would shag a sheep. Mark Drakeford. What a weasel. What an absolute weasel this guy is, honestly. Just look at his smug face there. His gigs on, he's all pleased with himself. He is like, I'm sure he must be 70 or something, but he looks like an absolute beta male worm lefty. Yeah, so make of this what you will. I think this is an absolute outrage. It's like it's a truly like a WTF moment. Like, what the actual is going on here? Clown world is real. We are living in clown world. It is getting worse and worse and worse. This kind of shit. I mean, honestly, if you think of this crap, like when I was growing up, like in the mid 90s and that, you know, this would have been laughed at by everybody. But people are actually they're actually saying this is a great idea. Of course, this is a good idea. Women have to feel safe on the streets, and this is the only way it could possibly happen. The only way to keep women safe in the UK, and probably in the world, no doubt, is to restrict men from going out, because all men are possibly rapists. I mean, never once have I walked behind a woman and thought, ooh, I could possibly rape her, you know? Like, what the fuck? No man thinks like that. I mean, well, 99.99% of men don't think like that. It's like, it's beyond words, really. It's absolute lunacy. These people are crazy. The left has lost its marbles, and these people are full on lefties. I mean, the Baroness, she's a Green Party peer or whatever. He is Mark Drakeford. He is the leader of the Welsh Assembly, the First Minister of Wales, a Labour politician. These people are nuts. I mean, don't get us wrong, I'm all for keeping women safe, but like, isn't that what we pay taxes for the police to do their bloody job, you know, to keep women safe? And don't get us wrong, it's sad and disgraceful that this woman has been killed, and I think that the person who committed that crime should, well, in my opinion, should get the death penalty. I mean, obviously we don't have that here, but people like that should be executed, as far as I'm concerned, along with paedophiles, rapists, all those people. I'm all for that sort of thing. I'm all for just punishment of criminals. Absolutely, I'm all for it. Get some more stringent measures in place. I'd support it. You know, I'd maybe even apply for the job if the hangman job came up. But it's mental. I'm just absolutely baffled by this thing. Sorry, I'm just having a drink. My mouth's really dry. So 6 p.m. curfew for men. Thoughts? Put them in the comments. Let's hear it. There's no words for it, really, is there? If you're for this, you're a lunatic. But I would still like to hear from you. I would love to hear from somebody who thinks that this is a good idea, that this is the only way, the best way, the best or the only way to keep women safe on our streets here. Surely women are safe on the streets in the UK. This is not Beirut. This is not some backward shithole where women are regularly attacked by men. It's just, we don't live in a society like that. So let's not pretend we do. This is crazy. What do you think about it? Put it in the comments. Like, comment and subscribe for more content. I will catch you later.